Hello everybody, Houston here. I hope you guys are doing well, having a great day or a great night. And before jumping to the charts, don't forget to smash the like button, share with your friends, and subscribe as well to support this channel. And before we move on, the webcam is off because I'm not wearing my shirt. I'm using medicinal tapes and some glue stuff on my back. I'm still not 100%. A bit of pain yet, but yeah, so let's keep going. And also forgive me by my absence, but I'm watching everything. Okay, so let's go. I want to show you guys something, but before we talk about XRP, which is what this video is about, I want to show you guys something that you guys, some of you are aware, but let's take a look at it. So this is AAVE, and this is an old project. It's ET Land. And so back in the day, this was a top project developed on top of Ethereum. They had a nice plan, a great idea, and it worked so far. I don't know why they changed their name. Okay, so that's not the point. And back in the day, they were trading way below 1 cent, 3 cents, and etc. And so they changed the little things, but this is not important as well. What I want to show you here is this. Price here was, how can I say the word is, the price appreciation came from utility. Yes. So what a lot of people did, they landed money on using their technology. I don't know fully how it works today. I was aware of it back in the day, more than 3 years ago. But so some people use it, their platform and etc. And so they make loans, and so they use this money to make leverage. And so some people who are aware of this made tons and tons of money, multiples and multiples. And so price appreciation here was driven by, guess what? Utility. Yes, utility. So this is just for you guys to have an idea what will happen soon with XRP. It's just a question, a matter of time, not if. Okay, just about when. So let's go back into XRP. Yes, so let's start from the monthly and then we keep going. Let's take a look first on volume. Yes, so here we have the new month. Okay, so another thing, the red column or the red candle for volume, it's not all red. Okay, it's a mix between the buyers and the sellers. So new candle, new month, not a lot of things to see here. Let's move on. So just a second. Okay, so right here, excuse me. So the big move up, then another one. We end up rejected, but what do we have here? So let me make this draw so you guys can have a better understanding. So the rejection is bad. It's always bad, but it's not the end. So it's not something like, oh, it's all the way bearish. No, 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 no. Oh, and before we continue here, there is something else. Just a second, because we must talk about this. Two scenarios. So the first is the US dollar. So the trend. So this is something that I use when I am day trading. Okay, it's just to leave room in my head to think about the things that I had, so I don't have to think about this. So the trend is bearish, but the macro behavior, it's bullish. And the XRP, Same thing. XRP trend. Oops, just a second. The trend is bullish. And the macro is bullish continuation. Yeah, so why I'm doing this? Because, folks, because as you guys are aware, XRP, so for this chart, okay, this chart alone, so XRP is traded against the dollar. But here, so since a few months ago, a lot of things changed, okay? And XRP, since not long ago, it's friendly with the US dollar, okay? So as you guys know, XRP, it's not benefited from the tether, and this is key to understand, because you guys remember the price protection theory, which today we understand that it's not a theory at all, okay? So it's a fact. So this thing here about XRP, just a second, please. What? Okay. So XRP versus USD. So why I'm addressing this? So what is this about? Remember, we have a bullish dollar. Yes. And the funny thing is, a lot of people, a lot of mainstream people, many backers saying the dollar would crash. This is it. The dollar is kaput, and etc. There's even a guy who was saying that we have a liquidity crisis, and then the dollar would crash, which doesn't make any sense at all. If we have a liquidity crisis, the dollar will skyrocket, not go down. Can you guys see the correlation? So some people, they just have no idea what they are talking about. So it's all about attention and more followers, trying to become popular, and etc. So we have a bullish XRP and we have a bullish dollar. So the dollar have plenty of room to go before the trend enters in action. So we are talking about a lot of time here. And I strongly believe the dollar is not going to damage or hurt XRP. But again, I don't have technical evidence for this yet, but I hope to have it soon. Okay, so let's have this in mind as well for the further a better idea in the coming days, months, and weeks. So back here to the candles. So the big bull move and up projected, we are still trading inside the very top of this candle. So it's not bearish at all. And so far, one step at a time always, we can see that we have bullish continuation so far. And so far, it's looking great. So, and why I'm saying so far right now, it's about what we have, okay? So if something different happens, so a bear attack, whatever, or Bitcoin goes down and XRP follows, then things will change. And if things change, we acknowledge this one step at a time. That's how it works, and you are going to read what's written, okay? So let's go to the weekly. Oh, okay, so this is beautiful, and also there's a lot of bullish aggression here. So for the weekly, we still don't have. Actually, technically speaking, we have a valid pivot here, but it's like I can fully trust right now at this moment, but maybe we can soon, and I will explain why. The bigger picture here, it's bullish. There is no news about it. I already talked about this in the last video. So here I'm going to use a dotted line because I am speculating, okay? I don't want to create a hopeless bullish bias like hope. Hope is a dangerous thing, we understand it. But yeah, so let's keep going into the 3 days. Okay, so after this bullish attempt here, so this candle, this bullish attempt was based on the good news on the trial where Ripple lawyers asked about the event when a US exchange approached SEC and asked, hey, we cannot allow XRP trade. And so they started trading XRP after this conversation. So we can presume or yeah, I believe the SEC said, oh, okay, you can do it. Otherwise, they wouldn't list an XRP, right? So that's what this candle was about. And so far, so small rejection here. New low compared with the previous one, not bearish. A bullish hammer, but it's not all the clues that we needed. And here we have a higher low compared with this guy here, which is inside bar a few days ago. So let's take a closer look at it. So here on the daily, it's not clear, okay, the things that we just talked about, but I want to show you something which is the good thing about this. So just a second, I like things straight. It's B? Yes, it's B. So for now, let's leave this off. Let's jump into the other one. Just a second. Let's acknowledge this guy right here. This is not speculation. Keep going. Just a second. So we have 66% developed so far from here on this range. And this last pivot, I am speculating here, okay? Why? So we have technical evidence or validation, yes, but it doesn't mean it can't break. And so for you guys to have an idea, this is a better example about a valid pivot that broke bearish. Of course, we had a external event here, but again, it's the same thing. We had a valid pivot, went up a little bit, and then crashed. So it can happen, but doesn't mean it is going to happen. Okay, so always remember, one step at a time. That's the best way to work. So moving on, what I want to show you guys is this. So we know this is our higher low after the bottom reversal structure. And so what is this? What we are talking about? So this is a bottom reversal structure. So every time you hear someone saying XRP will go down, XRP will crash, XRP will go to 6 cents, you know, don't even waste our time arguing about it or trying to explain. You know, just turn your back and go away. And yeah, so the opium is strong out there. So don't waste your time and your energy. So here we have the higher low after the bottom reversal structure. Then we have another higher low, another one, and another one. So now the question is, will XRP go from here and stay in this range? So this is the first question. And now a possible answer, because if there is nothing clear, we have to try at least to answer the question. So the answer will be, we have an inverted head and shoulders here. If it plays out, it will give a target. So that's what we are going to look right now. Just a second. Let's keep going. So this is our inverted head and shoulders, sorry. Crystal clear. Here we have a clear right shoulder, okay? If I can see, others can see as well, so there is nothing special about it. Bulls are watching and they know what we have, they know the outcome, how it's going to work, so that's how a lot of bulls jump in and then the magic happens. So what is going to be the target for this trade? So let's take a look. So right here, so this is the mathematical target. But now let's bring my tool. Yes. So answering that question. So what if XRP stay here? What if this is the range where the magic will happen? So let's take a better look at it. So again, I won't break this down because so the other fundamentals about this. So let's follow what we have here. So if XRP stop right here, so let's say 55 or the target, which is 52 cents, it is going to be a weaker lower high, right? So let me take these guys out just a second, folks. Hold your hats, cool your jets, we are almost there. So can you guys see this deviation? So this should be addressed for a weak, a weaker scenario, which I don't believe it is going to happen on XRP. Okay, so I will leave this line aside. And here, so let's say XRP goes for the target, which can be around this range right here. Oh, sorry, folks. I pressed the right button. So let's say XRP stop right here. So let's take a look on the guideline. So these lines are a guide. They don't behave as support or resistance. Okay, they will never do this. That's not the purpose. That's not what we are trying to achieve, and that's not how it works. Okay, and also support and resistance don't work. So let's go. As you guys can see, the line still holds weakness. Okay, so what I believe, so if I could answer that question, my answer would be also there is news about the OTC information that is not public, that can become public. And so it looks like we are having a lot of activity on XRP, and there is a possibility to XRP make such a move to 6869 cents. So let's say we end up here. Oops. Yes, right here. So if so, the setup will change. We are going to have a stronger lower high, which is the purpose for all these bullish moves, very strong, one after the other and very close to each other. So that's one of the reasons I don't believe we are going to end up with a weak guideline, okay, or weak lower high as we just talked about, or something like this. I really don't believe it. So if XRP stops right here, we are going to end up with the previous strong high. We broke many lower highs on the left with such a move, very bullish. Then the next lower high, very aggressive, as you guys can see here. it was almost a 100% retrace. Let me show you right here. Right here, as you guys can see, very close to 100, very bullish, very wild. It's savage. So this is the next one, very savage. And now, let's say this is correct, we have the right info. We will end up with another very strong lower high. And if so, if this scenario here plays out, then folks, oops, just a second. Don't, please, just a second. So, if this scenario plays out, I strongly believe we will keep inside this range and maintain a higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, possible new higher low, and then a possible, which is going to be another higher low. If you guys remember, I mentioned this in a previous video, right? It was something like this, if I'm not wrong. You guys can check in the previous videos. I acknowledge this scenario. So far it's playing out, and it looks like we are spot on so far. Of course, we need more evidence. We are going to wait. We are not like the perpetual bulls out there, like Barbie kids, that are always bullish, always calling for moon. No, we wait for evidence. We look for it one step at a time. And yeah, so yeah, and if we look on the time frame of events, so answering that question, if this happens, if we stay in this range, then we have to look for the month. Okay, why? Because you guys remember, long ago I developed the seasons pivot theory, and this one is going to be for the spring. Yeah, so the spring will be right here, and this is going to be so tight that I strongly believe we won't have time, enough time and range, because things can keep trading sideways forever, to make the way to the summer. Okay, so I strongly believe the magic will happen at or close to the spring. And the most beautiful thing about this, let me clear all these things, just a second please. Hold your hats and cool your jets, we're almost there. So the beautiful thing about this is that right after we break from this range, if we keep inside this range, okay, we just talking about this, then folks, we are going to see the bull break of ages, the big one, that savage one, that wild one that nothing can stop. And also another another great news about this is that the chances for a price to go back inside this whole structure is close to 0. Okay, so yeah, and so just a second, let's take a closer look on that inverted head and shoulders, just for you guys to have an idea. It's a bit messy because we had this long tail here, so those things are savage, they are wild, because it difficults our reading. But okay, so again, just a second. So far playing out, and this is it. Okay, so folks, I believe this video can help you. I really hope this can help you somehow, and let's keep doing our thing. Don't don't give up. Don't give up. Know what you're doing. Uh, Try to understand the outcomes of your decisions. When you're not sure about what you are doing, look for other people's opinion. Okay, so then you can have a different idea. Maybe this will give you a better perspective, and then maybe you have a greater plan of or something like it. Okay. Uh, what I can say, because you guys know I'm not a financial advisor, I can't give financial advice and I will never tell people what to do. I can say what I am doing, okay? So I would never sell XRP at this range, and because we are very close to something big, okay? I know where my money is in, I know what I'm doing, and I know where this is going to be soon. Okay, so don't give up. Do your research. Ask questions. Feel free to talk about this or whatever. Always have a plan. It's better to have a plan than no plan. And yeah, so folks, thanks again. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for everything. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the like. Thanks for the everything. Thanks for sharing my content as well. And please, the most important thing, never forget to help other people. Okay, never, 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 never. Okay, that's way more important than anything else. Okay, and so thanks again. I hope to see you guys soon, and perhaps I will record another video tomorrow. And yeah, so I wish you best of luck and stay safe, and I will see you guys soon. See ya.